quiche with me. So I've already made it, and I put this at the start of my video, and I'm going to make it for National Tuesday. For National Tuesday, there we go, got there in the end, which is Tuesday the 4th of June, which, brilliant, my favourite day of the year. So, do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. I've only made a quiche a handful of times, so I'm going to do cheese. Cheese is like my favourite thing. Bacon and tomato. I was going to do cheese and onion, but then I thought, no, I need a proper filling. So, I have some short crust pastry. I had full intentions of making my own pastry, but then when I was in the shop, I saw this and I just thought, you know what, that is going to save me a task. Because pastry making is not my forte. It's just, no. I can make choux pastry, you know that one for like eclairs? I can make that, no problem. But any other pastry, no idea. Very odd, isn't it? Right, anyway. I'm going to try and get this out. And I did let this go to room temperature for a bit. I don't know how long it's been. Quarter of an hour? 20 minutes? Could even be pushing half an hour. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to stick that just there. Then I'm going in with some plain flour. Why did I snip it? Why did I sniff the flour? Who knows? Right, anyway, I'm going to sprinkle on some flour. Oh, that might be a bit much. And I also have, I should have shown you this to begin with, I have my quiche dish. It's a nice dish, isn't it? Like a glass one. I have to be very careful with it because I'm a nightmare. Anyway, I've cut out some baking paper ready to go. I put that way on the baking paper, drew around it with a pen and cut it out. I was well impressed with myself. I thought, Megan, you deserve a gold star for that one. Right, anyway, I'm going to roll this out. Again, I don't know how thick this should or shouldn't be rolled out. I no idea. But how can I make so much mess? Anyway, I'm going to mush it down. And then roly. How thick do you think it should be? Because I have no idea. I try and keep it like as squarish and evenly shaped as physically possible, so it's more even. Because I want those little, like the patterns on the dish. Obviously, I like the pattern. That's why I got the dish. So I had that on my food. Then I was I'm going to blind bake it for a bit. I don't know how long you're actually meant to blind bake it for, but we're going to go with it and see what happens. So I've rolled it out like this. Oh, don't drop it, Megan. And then I'm going to stick that there. I have my fry light and put some squidges all around so we don't stick. I mean, this might not actually make a difference, but to me it does. And then I'm going to try and shake off some of that flour. I feel like I'm making a pizza. I could start swinging this around now. Right, anyway, don't mind me. I'm gonna, don't know if we're big enough, you know. We just go with it? I don't know. Right, I'm gonna push it down, lift that so it goes in, then you've not like, do you know what I mean? So then you're all in there and then like shove it around with your fingers so you get the pattern of your dish. Push all the way around so we get the dish pattern because I just really like the idea of having that dish pattern. I'm just going to get rid of all this flour because flour has gone absolutely everywhere. I tidied up because I got flour everywhere and I'm pretty sure, oh no I'm not, I thought I was still covered in it just that way I am a bit. It's all down my leg, honestly. I'm a nightmare. Right, I have that and then I've just cut some more baking paper and stuff. So I'm just going to leave that, as you actually know, I'm going to scrunch it up first, and then unscrunch it, and then just like that, then stick it in, and cover it. Now, I'm going to blind bake it, and I know you should have those blind baking bead things, you know what I'm on about, but I don't have that, I have some rice, and we're just going to go with rice. It's going well. Wonderful. Right, I'm going to just stick in all of this. I have much, I don't know. Try and spread it so it doesn't rise. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I've only made a quiche a handful of times. I made a cheese and broccoli one once, and that was my favourite. Should have done that, to be fair. But oh well. I've only got that much left, so I'm not really being able to do much with that, really, am I? Anyway, I'm going to stick that in there. That'll do. Then spread it about. Then I'm going to stick it in the oven. I've already started preheated my oven since I've been out here trying to cook. And I don't know how long it's been, but it is. My light's gone off, so we are preheated fully. I've whacked it on 200. If that's right or not, absolutely no idea. But I'm just going to stick this in the oven for, you know, about 15-20 minutes. I'm not entirely sure, but that is going in. So before it goes in, I've had an idea. I'm going to pick it up somehow. Then I've literally just lined a baking tray with some foil, and then I'm just going to stick this on there so that when I pour my mixture in, it's easier to like manoeuvre. That is in the oven, and we're fingers crossed in it and hoping for the best. So I've got out some bacon. So I'm just going to chop up my bacon. I'm going to cut the fat off because I don't really like the fat on bacon, to be honest with you. I know that's what gives it the taste. I don't mind it in a bacon sandwich, but not in meals. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to cut this up into like little chunks, not massive, but not tiny. Because obviously bacon shrivels, doesn't it, because all the water is in it. But I'm just going to. I sharpened my knife. You would not believe the amount of times I actually do sharpen it. It just does not look like I do, but I promise I'm always sharpening things. They're brand new and they are absolutely awful. I'm going to take you over to my oven. We're going to fry it off a bit before it goes in the mixture. I have chopped up the bacon and the fat has been heating up. It's not as hot as I thought, but anyway, has been heating up whilst I was chopping. Then I'm going to stick a little bit in there with the fat on, just so it like gives it something to like fry with. Do you know what I mean? Right, I'm going to stick that. Oh, left a bit behind. Don't leave any behind. I'm stick that over there and wash my hands, and I'll be back. We are frying away, and then when I have fried it, I'm going to whack it on this plate and then save it for in a minute. I have some tomatoes. I do have more than that, but we're just going with it. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to try and hook out the middle so the seeds aren't in it, so it won't make the mixture as like wet and gloopy. So I just got my shovel, and I'm just going to hook out the middle bits of it, so then you've got all the seeds out. I'm going to do that with both. I've done that with both of them, and then this is what we're looking like. Sometimes I like to do this and then fill that with cheese and then stick it under the grill or in the air fryer, and it's brilliant. So I'm going to do one tomato, and I'm going to stick it on top of my quiche so then it like looks all pretty. So I'm going to use that with this one. So it's this one tomato is a little bit firmer than the other one, so I'm assuming he's a bit younger. And then I'm just going to do that, watching my fingers, because yeah. And then with the other one, I'm going to chop it into chunks for it to go into the quiche. So I'm feeling like I need variety today. So I'm going to stick that there. And then this is just going to go into little bite-sized randomly bits. I'm going to stick that on the side, ready for in a minute. To be fair, I might use another tomato because that looks a bit tight, but I don't know. The bacon is fully cooked, so I'm going to stick that to one side so I don't start eating it. And I've also got another tomato on standby just in case. And I just checked my pastry in the oven and we were starting to rise a bit. So I got a fork and ever so lightly jabbed it, not going all the way through, just all over. You'll see the jabby marks in a minute. But now we're going to start doing, oh, he's still in there as well, the middle bit, the quiche bit, you know what I mean. Right, Alice in Wonderland jug, my favourite jug I ever did own. Then I'm going to get out 100 millilitres or so of milk. That's a little bit over, but it's fine. Because I might add more, I'm not entirely sure. Take a breath, that was quite quick for me to talk that. Right, now I have some double cream, this one. So, I don't know how much of this you should, this is a 300 millilitre pot of it. No idea how much of this you should be using, but I'm going to use, that just flicked at me, no idea where it went. No idea. Anyway, I'm going to use all of it, because I just love a bit of cream. And then it smells nice. I'm gonna try a bit because I need to try a bit. I really like cream. Like, I really like cream. I like it on cake. Anyway. Right, I'm gonna pour all of that in. Oh, lost a bit. Right, I'll probably lick that in a minute. Right, I did have a towel out. This is my dirty towel that I'm like using to clear up my mess, because we all know how much mess I make at this point. And I'm just gonna mix that with me milk, but not yet because that's flicking. Right, and then I've got some eggs. Should I use 3 eggs or 4 eggs? Because I don't know. Because these are large, no, fruit. Yeah, they're large eggs. So I don't really know how many eggs I should be using. But I'm gonna pick 3 because when I do cakes, I always do 3. So I feel like not the same concept, but we're gonna pretend that it is. So I'm gonna crack in 3 eggs and hope for the best. Because I always struggle with eggs. No matter what I'm doing, me and eggs just really don't get along. I have no idea why. Because I love an egg. So that is 2. And oh, don't know. That is my 3rd one. I'm going to stick that in the bin a minute before I get covered in egg, because you can guarantee that I will. Whisk this through so it's all combined, but do it very carefully. I'm going to get a towel, in fact, and lie it down so we're not making as much mess. Can't stick mess me. So we're just going to whiskey whisk. Beat it as fast as you can, but I just don't want to. Should have got a bigger container, to be fair. I'm still in the process of mixing. I haven't quite finished yet, but my base has just finished blind baking. So I'm going to take this off and take that straight in the bin. See what I mean by the jabby jab? I don't know if you can see. I put that straight in the bin before rice went everywhere, but I'm going to show you up close in a minute. So this is where I jabbed it. Oh, that's where I jabbed it so we didn't rise, because we were rising quite a bit. I have just moved my thing back over there so it's out of my way. Then I have mixed this so it's all done. It is very, yeah, it's like that. Right, anyway, I'm going to stick in those chunks of tomato from just now, and I'm still debating whether to put another tomato in, to be honest with you. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of pepper. I don't know how much, just to taste, however you like it. Then only a dash of salt, because obviously the bacon is quite salty. And then go with about that. Then because I'm not putting onion in it, I had an idea, cracked the system. I'm going to use onion granules. So I'm going to, I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to stick in some onion flaky bits. Oh, that lid is not on. Imagine if that come flying off. Right, I'm going to give me a week and I will mix this through, because it'll probably take me ages. Do we reckon that's enough seasoning? Do we reckon we're fully spready about it, you know? And then I'm going to tip in my bacon. Oh, I need my cheese. I forgot all about the cheese. I've even got the cheese grater out, but I haven't got the cheese. Like, cheese is my favourite thing, isn't it? How did I forget my cheese? Right, I'm going to add more bacon in a minute, because cheese, isn't it? So, I was going to do my favourite cheese, but then I forgot I have this. I have another packet of this in the fridge, and I have that much left. So this is mozzarella and cheddar grated, so it's ready to go. Tip that in there. Stick that in the washing up water. Also my spoon that I was eating me cream from. And then I'm going to go and stick, oh, I'm wearing it. So I have my tray back, and then I'm going to cut the edge off, but I'm going to wash my knife with it because it's covered in cream after I just throw it over everything. And then somehow I'm going to cut that off. Don't quite know how yet, but we will figure it out. It is cutting, can you see? I don't know if you can see, but just down a bit from the edge, so where it might shrink again in the oven. I could have cut it off around the edge, but I think if it shrinks, there's not going to be enough pastry, is there? I'm watching the reflection of the camera so I can see what I'm actually doing. It's actually really handy. take that. Didn't even cut all the way through, did I? There we go. Take that bit away. Like that. Look at that. And then all the way around. There we go. I nearly lost him then. I would have cried. I really would have. And then we're going in with the cheddar and mozzarella. Give it a little shaking bag. I'm going to do a sprinkle on the bottom, like a decent amount. Like, if you're going to have it, have it. If not, what is the point? Do you know what I mean? And then I'm going to do that all the way around. Because we'll go back in with more cheese because I just love cheese. Oh. And then pour on my mixture, but I'm trying to get spread out the fillings a bit. So it's like you've got a bit of distribution going on, you know? So you're not going to have a chunk with like nothing in and think, what was the point in that? Where is all the tomato? I think I was a bit tight on the old tomato front, don't you? If anybody's got any suggestions on what you would like to try and attempt making, please do say, because I love cooking. I think it's brilliant. Like, you can do so much. And it's like, I didn't even realise it. I think next time I might do like a chicken. I wasn't going to say chicken, but chicken is always on my brain. A broccoli one, because I really like that. I'm just going to pour on the rest. I don't know how high to fill it, to be fair. Make sure all of my ingredients are in there. Because I've got to try and carry this over to the oven yet. That will be something in itself. Right, I might just try and do that. Right, you know what? I'm just going to stick it in. Why not? There's quite a bit of flavourings at the bottom. Right, stick that out to soak. Back in with some more mozzarella. Because cheese is my favourite, like we all know. And I'm just going to sprinkle on cheese. You never ever have too much cheese. Like cheese and gravy is my favourite, because both, if you can't have cheese with something, you can have gravy. And if you can't have gravy with something, you can have cheese. And to be fair, I just think you could have both with anything. I think that might do it on the odd cheese front, you know? I reckon. I don't know. What do you think? I'll do. Right. This is going to go back in the oven. Oh, no it's not. No it's not. I've got my tomato from earlier to try and make it look pretty. Now this is when it sinks in, and that would really upset me. Do that on top to make it look pretty. Don't think it's going to last though. I think it's going to sink in. Then I'm going to sprinkle over a bit more cheese. Right. That didn't really make much difference, did it? Anyway, that is going in the oven to cook. I've no idea how long for. I'm just going to keep jabbing and hoping for the best. So this is what we look like up close before I stick it in the oven. Are you ready? Are you ready? We finished cooking. Right, I've literally just picked it out the oven, took it out the oven, and I'm going to let it cool. I have no idea how long you should let it cool for. I'm going to leave it for like 20 minutes, half an hour. After I finish taking me pictures of it, so I have like 30,000 pictures to pick from. But let me show you up close a minute whilst it's hot. On the camera, it's making it look really brown. I mean, it is brown, but it doesn't look that brown in real life. But this is what we look like. I've let it stand. It's been about 20 minutes or so. If you're meant to let it stand or not, I have no idea. But it's still warm, but it's enough so I can actually touch it. But look at that. I'm impressed. Right, we're going to cut it. So, I'm very excited because I have a plate and also a fork. And we're going to use my cake. You know, the ones you use to, like, you know. But also, I got my knife. So, and I got a bigger one. So, here we are. I'm very eager. We're going to go for this nicer looking bit. Because that bit, we'll pretend that bit's not there. Anyway, are we ready? So we'll go with about here, I reckon. We might get a cheese pour. Do you reckon we will? I don't know. Ooh. It smells nice. And that bit of pastry on the edge is a bit tough, but oh well. Are we cut all the way around the... I think you can see, but I'm trying to go all around the bit of pastry that we left on the edges. There we go. We're definitely through. And then, can you see? I'm not 100%. Right, there we go. then cut a chunk. Because if you're going to have a chunk, have it. Do you know what I mean? Make sure it all cut through. And then make sure we're all through on the edges. Right, so I'm thinking to use this, and this is when it all falls apart, isn't it? I think where I did that, that might have been a mistake. Because I want to be able to get me thingy in there. I'm going to have to turn it so I can see it in a minute. I'm chiseling away at it, isn't it? It's going well, isn't it? Right, I wonder if we'll get a cheese pull, because we're definitely set and we're definitely cheesy. Oh, I don't want it on. I didn't chisel enough. I know, Ruru, I know. See who Ruby's thinking, what are you doing? Right, are we ready? Right. Oh. Have I got one underneath here? I don't think I've cut all the way through. This is going well. We are definitely cut all the way through, but for some reason, you don't want to do what I want him to. Right. Oh, that's because I put the paper on the bottom. That is what we look like. I'm going to put that down before I drop it. Then put that flat. So we actually look like a quiche. We actually look like a quiche. Right, I'm going to take a picture so I have a picture, but... So I've just cut the slice and I just wanted to get inside so we can see it. And then this is a little slice I just cut. What do you think? I took my pictures, so I have returned. What do we think? What do you reckon? This is what we look like, but we have to try it because, yeah. So that's what it looks like if we like mushy. To me, it's looking a bit like a cheesecake, not really a quiche, but here we are. And we didn't really get the pattern I wanted on the top, but oh well. Can you see? I'm going to pop that down before I whack it one. I mean, I've already had to chisel at it. Who knows what I'll have to do next? Oh dear. Right, I'm going to go down there. So I have a bit of bacon there. I don't know if you can see it. A bit of the tomato. And then we'll just go for it. It's very, very creamy. And it is very, very nice. I do like it. Is it my favourite thing I've ever made? Absolutely not. It's a bit... Yeah. Yeah, it is nice. I would make it again, but next time I don't know what I would do different. But it's too like, just reminds me a bit more too much of a cheesecake. It's a bit cottage cheesy-fied. But it definitely looks nice. It does taste nice. I'm not going to waste it. I will eat it. But it's very, It could have done with some more salt and pepper and a bit more garlic. Should have put garlic in it. That would have made it better. But that was my quiche for National Cheese Day. And I also want to say thank you so much for watching my videos. I do really, really appreciate it. But if you've got any suggestions or anything you'd like me to try and make or have a go at, or like taste testing wise, please do let me know, because I love making these little videos. It's brilliant.